I'm going to sign off for now. I'm sure you're sick of me by now. Natasha is up next with some great electronics. I'll see you real soon.
Hello and Happy New You. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Natasha Lloyd. I'll be with you for the next couple of hours. And our first hour together is a treat. I'm talking well over $500 off of a laptop that has all of the bells and whistles you've been looking for. Maybe you're like me and you rely on other people to explain to you what makes electronics the top of the line. I kind of need that little bit of extra information. We are going to have an expert here with us, of course, for the hour, but there are some things that I noticed right away as just an everyday user, someone who likes to use social media, someone who likes to shop, someone who likes to use Microsoft Word here and there. This has it all. We are looking at the HP 17-inch touch Intel laptop. It will include a matching mouse. What they're showing you right now, those ports, those are so important. Yes, you have your USB-C, USB-A, your headphone, your microphone port, even an HDMI port. Those are so special when they're integrated because you can actually stream things from your laptop onto a TV. So now you have all of that information, those movies, those streaming shows, all your movies, all your TVs, all your photos, all of that can be streamed with that HDMI. Something else that's great, this is what I noticed right away, is just how stinking cute she is. Okay, you can tell I'm getting excited by this color. It's called the Sun-Kissed Plum. Do you see almost like that swirly design on the oversized keyboard, extra large, right here on the touchpad? We have 3 colors available for you. A couple have sold out, but the 2 favorites are still here, so lucky you. This one is the Sun-Kissed Plum. We also have what is called the Moonlight Blue that you can see here behind me. But if you love that swirly design, you're in luck because what we're calling Aquamarine Sky also has that same swirl art design on it that really makes it something special and just a joy whenever you open it up. So you know how I told you I love the way they look and I love the ports? Here's the big one, all right? This is the big present for me on Christmas morning. This screen is so large. We're talking 17.3 inches diagonal. I've never had a computer screen this big on a laptop. It is the largest screen that HP makes here at HSN. And if that wasn't enough, it's a touch screen. So you can actually use it like you would use a cell phone or a tablet, just touch and go. Those are so expensive. They usually come with quite a hefty price tag, but today we have taken that $987 price tag and well over slashed it in half, bringing it to just shy under $400. Every person gets the 5 flex payments. Every person gets free shipping and handling. That means all of you are eligible for the $80 payment and we'll ship it to you right away, no extra interest. But if you are a VIP member, meaning you have that HSN credit card, you'll have 12 months. You won't be paying any more than anyone else. You'll still be paying that same great price, just shy under $400, $399.99. But now you have 12 months to pay for it. That's a $33 and change payment, and we will ship you your new luxury laptop right away. You're just gonna pick your color, and I would actually say design, because this is more than just a color. It's so pretty, my personal favorite, that Sun-Kissed Plum. We have Aaron Berger here with us. Now, he's the one that will answer all those tech questions. He's the one that does know all of the really wonderful details. Aaron, it's so good to see you. I love your tech vest today. You're really leaning into the role of the tech genius. I love it.
It's Silicon Valley, no big
Silicon
deal.
Valley, they all wear the vests.
As we say.
It's great to see you, Aaron. Hi.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great to be here. Look, it's always exciting to bring HP to HSN. We are very, very proud. We at HP are very, very proud to be the #1 selling brand at HSN. And I bring that up right off here the bat because we're doing something very, very special today. And many of you might kind of wonder, well, why are they doing this? Why is HP bringing us a computer that costs $987 and change everywhere else when you look at the computer and the mouse and the software and the Microsoft 365? Why are they doing that for more than half off at HSN today? Like, what's good? It's not Christmas. It's not Black Friday. What's the big deal? Well, what the big deal is, we are the #1 selling brand at the entire network. And as a result, we do things for HSN that we don't do for anybody else. For anyone, because we love having that great pole position. HSN sells wonderful jewelry and wonderful fashions and wonderful home goods and all, but the #1 selling brand at the entire network is HP. And that's the reason we're able to do this for you guys today, is because we have a partnership really unlike any other. The biggest thing about this partnership and about this deal today is what I'm going to show you right now. Natasha mentioned it already. It is the fact that you have a 17-inch touch screen. This is an absolute game changer. It is a deal changer. It is unheard of. This is the price that you would typically see on like a 14-inch or a 15-inch non-touch computer. So the fact that it's, first of all, the bigger screen. Let's talk about that first. And Natasha, you said this already. This is the single biggest screen. HP is the #1 computer manufacturer in America. This is the biggest laptop screen that we make. And to that point, I've sold computers and tablets and smartphones on HSN for nearly 20 years. In that time, people have often commented or said to me on social media, whatever, oh, you know what? I wish I'd bought the larger screen. I wasn't able to save enough, because that is normally the one delineating factor, is a bigger screen costs so much more. Well, today it doesn't. Today you're getting the bigger screen, but you're getting it at the price that you would expect to pay for a 14-inch or a 15-inch laptop. Nobody ever said, Natasha, this is key. This is key. Nobody ever said, I wish I bought a smaller screen. Nobody ever said it, not once. You're getting the very biggest screen we do, and then you're getting it in touchscreen as well. I'll talk about touchscreen in just a minute after Natasha updates us.
Well, that is exactly the point here. Even as I'm playing with it, you can see how smoothly it really works and adapts to your fingers, knowing, you know, we already know how to use this technology, so many of us, how to make something larger by zooming it. Sometimes it's kind of difficult to get accommodated with a mouse, you know, which is it is included, which is wonderful. We already know this, and sometimes it's faster, whether you're doing your shopping or you're scrolling your social media. All of those Microsoft apps, so many of them will come included on this with that Windows 11. But what I love, like you said, is the screen is also, it's high def. So you're not sacrificing the fact that it's a really oversized jumbo screen. You're not sacrificing the clarity and the beauty of the image when you're getting high def, especially with the touch screen. That's really, really impressive to me, and I would expect it to come with a very heavy laptop. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, maybe we didn't want super large screens because they would weigh 15 pounds. This is 4 pounds and change. I mean, we're really kind of living in the future here on a price that you would hope to find in the early 90s.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to think about it. There's, you know, whether you go to the store and you look at the price of eggs or the price of gas or the price of whatever, prices are up, right? I mean, things cost more money. This is a very rare opportunity to get something that typically costs more money as well. I mean, again, a 17-inch touchscreen laptop with all the software we're including, with the mouse that we're including, with Microsoft 365, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, OneNote, Publisher. We'll get there. When you put all that together, you're looking at nearly $1,000. And that's what it will be once this sells out. This really, I think, bears noting as well. So we, HP, have the first half of the year planned for what we're going to do at HSN. First half of the year is done. We've started to work on the back half of the year. We will not have a lower price 17-inch touchscreen laptop than this one. So don't expect it in February, March, April, May, June. Don't expect it. We know what we're doing. And obviously, we're going to do other great laptops, and we're going to do really special things and printers. Oh, in fact, we're even going to show you a printer I think that Natasha has there at the studio that is really worth mentioning as well. But when it comes to having a laptop with a bigger screen and a touch screen, you will not see one at a lower price in the first half of this year. We know that from HP for sure. And I want to talk about the touchscreen a little. Natasha mentioned it and was showing it to you in the studio as well. I'm showing it to you here. What having a touchscreen means is there's no such thing as small print. It means you don't have to put on your reading glasses. So I can read, probably couldn't read a lot of that text now, but when Natasha takes her fingers and expands it, you're actually able to read the individual words. You're able to read the prices. Yeah, now I can read that. That's officially licensed NFL or promotional offers, new to HSN, $10 off your first order.
So
I can
nice.
see all that, even here, even broadcasting from my home studio. Now, I can't read it then, when she went back to original size. So that is one of the biggest keys. When you have a touchscreen, when it's 17-inch and when it's a touchscreen, Your computer is now easier to use. So if you hear nothing else in this whole presentation, this computer is easier to use because it's a 17-inch screen and because it's a touchscreen. Easier computer to use, that's the first thing. I'm gonna get into faster computer in just a minute, but before I do, we've shown you a little bit, the plum. You can see I happen to have it here at my studio, but I'm gonna ask Natasha to show you guys the interior of the teal as well. Both the plum and the teal are exclusive colors that we at HP designed exclusively for HSN and the HSN customer. And you'll see when she opens this computer, it has a beautiful, like almost like a watercolor sort of effect. Again, teal or aquamarine sort of effect on the interior that is just absolutely stunning. You know, we think of it like this, Natasha. You're going to spend hours and hours and hours a day on your computer. It might as well bring you a little joy. It doesn't have to be gray. It might as well give you a little spark, give you a little pump. And so as you're making your color choices, while we still have those exclusive colors, I encourage you to get it home, try it out. I think you'll love how much easier it is, you'll love how much faster it is, and you'll love having that little pop of color as well.
Oh, the teal is spectacular. And the pictures online and the videos I've seen do not do this justice. There's really almost like a leaf tropical feel to it, totally gender neutral, fantastic for any age. People will say, okay, there's a person who's willing to spend $3,000 on their laptop. They paid extra to get it wrapped in a special design. They got a custom keyboard. I mean, this is like what the super tech geeks love to do, is to make their computers look like this. And now it's included. And remember, it's included not at a premium charge. All three of your color options will come to you as long as you just click that flex box. It's totally uncomplicated. I spent way too long before I ever used a flex payment because I thought you had to get approved and you'd have to sign something and wait for an email. It's nothing. You just click however many months you'd like to spread your payments into. You're not paying any more for the same product as everyone else, and everyone for this item gets 5. That's as many as we do, right? So now you're taking this already great price, I mean $570 off, and you're splitting it into 5. No shipping and handling. That'll be $80 for $20 bills, and you will get home either the wonderful rose or the teal, or if you don't necessarily love the design, you can go for that moonlight blue, and that will be it. We're not waiting till the end of the 5th month to send you your new 17-inch screen HP laptop. You get it right away with that first $80 payment. And I will remind you, of course, for our HSN VIP customers, they definitely are kind of in the cool kids club today because you're getting the best price on an HP for at least the next 6 months, and you're getting it home for $33 and change. So I want you to remember that $33 and change, it doesn't mean that you'll be paying interest on each of those payments. You'll have 12 months to pay for this as opposed to the 5 everyone else is getting, and you will get it shipped to you after that first payment. If you haven't yet signed up for our HSN credit card, and maybe you've watched us, you've heard us talk about it a couple times, today's a pretty good day. You get $25 off, but you can actually call the number on your phone, get that HSN credit card, and then use it for this purchase. So imagine that's kind of shop hacking. You know what I mean? You are able to get the deal and then spread out the payments, and it's just wonderful. You can't find it anywhere else. I know that Aaron was talking a brief moment ago, and then when he's available again, you can just let me know. Aaron was just briefly talking about the ease of use of this laptop, and we did, of course, mention the ease of the touchscreen, and oh, look how pretty that is. Just the ease of the touchscreen and how wonderfully user-friendly it is to be able to take your fingers and then make text larger or smaller. But also there are other ways that are easy, and he's going to actually go into more detail for you, but I'll just tell you the ones that stood out to me. I forget my passwords all the time. All the time. And then when you have to update them and try new ones, and then I'm writing them down in places that aren't secure, and then the ones that I wrote down, that's on something that I lost. I just hate it. This has something really special, and I'll show you, because if you don't look closely, you won't see it. This little square here, I'm 99.9% sure, because Aaron will confirm this for me, you put your finger on it, it reads your fingerprint, and that is as good as your password. So Aaron, I know that you're back here. When you have your finger on that, that's the right square, right? Did I do good?
So That's the biometric fingerprint reader that's
See,
built
he
in.
knew the words I'd never know.
It's a biometric finger. All you need to know is you don't have to remember your passwords anymore. I mean, that's a big thing, right? Like that's a game changer for us, not having to remember our passwords, not having to recover passwords, not having to do any of that sort of thing anymore. It's a really, really big difference. So if you're getting in on the computer, that is one of the things that I think you will really, really like about it. Again, this is the single biggest screen that you see how big that is when I kind of hold it up and show it to you. It's the single biggest screen that we make at HP in a laptop. Nobody ever had their computer and got their computer home and said, oh, I wish I bought a smaller computer. No, nobody ever. Having the bigger screen is, again, it's a game changer. You've got the bigger screen. You've got a easier to use screen because it's touchscreen. And now, and this is where we start to get really busy. I'll remind you again, this is the lowest price we will have in the first half of the year. We have the entire first half of the year planned already. This is the lowest price we, HP, will have the entire first half of the year on a 17-inch touch. Do it. If you're thinking about a new computer, anybody would love this. It is so versatile, and that's what we're about to talk about. This, where I'm pointing right here, this little blue area, this is bum, 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 bum. That's Intel inside. The #1 processor company in the entire world is inside your computer. #1 processor company in the entire world. Quite frankly, nobody. I mean, nobody. But if we had put the #2 or the #3 or the #4 processor in a $399 17-inch touchscreen, nobody would have blinked. It would have been reasonable to use the #2 company. We didn't. We put the #1 processor company in the entire world. Intel quad-core Celeron processing. In fact, we've got a video. We're going to show it to you right now. It's so nice. We're going to show it to you twice, as a matter of fact. So here goes. Intel inside, specifically with the Intel quad-core processor. There's two things where we really focus. One is on value. The other is versatility. The value first. As we've said, and as you see, it keeps flashing on the left-hand side of your screen when we have our graphics and all our pricing graphics. If you purchase this computer separately somewhere else with everything that we're including, all the software, the mouse, we'll talk about Microsoft 365, you're nearly $1,000, $987. It's a whole different thing than less than $400, right? So that's the value. Actually, I'm going to ask to play this video one more time, if you guys don't mind, because I haven't gotten to the versatility yet, and this video really helps. The versatility is the other thing about the computer. Most of us use our computers for a variety of things, right? So for email, for web browsing, for watching video, for playing some games, maybe for searching for a great deal online, whatever it is. It's for we use our computer for a variety of things, right? This is a computer that is designed and built for you to be able to do just that. A variety of things, to do lots of things, and to do them more quickly. How much more quickly? Up to 12 times better 3D gaming performance.
Whoa.
That's 1,200%.
Whoa.
Up to 8 times faster high definition video conversion. That's 800% faster high definition video conversion. That's wild.
Your brain can't compute that amount, Aaron.
You're right. It's almost every time I say it, I say to people, okay, in any other industry, if you can get an improvement of 10% better or 20% better, like if I told you I can get you a washer and dryer that's 50% faster, you would be like, I don't, what's it called? $3,000, $4,000? Like, oh, great. I mean, whatever it is I'm in. I'm not saying 50% faster or 100% or 200. We're saying up to 800% faster with video than a computer from just 5 years ago. Now that begs the question, why and how, right? How does this happen? It's a difficult question to answer. Technology moves at a pace that nothing else in the world moves, right? A couple of years ago, you maybe had heard of AI, but you didn't hear about it all day long every day, right?
That's right.
And now it's in every conversation. Turn on NPR, turn on the news, open the newspaper, go online, which is what most of us do. AI, you read about it all day long. Chat GPT was something you hadn't heard of, and it has now become a major part of our lives in many, many ways. This is a computer that is built with that understanding and in fact, even informed by that artificial intelligence and Chat GPT and those things. And that's why it is so much remarkably faster. If you have a computer for from 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and you use it and you think like when you multitask, it seems slow. You see, I've got 4 different things up and running here. No pausing, no waiting, no hesitating. It's immediate. If you get on your computer, you think, oh, my computer just seems a little slow. It's because your computer is a little slow. It's not the internet. The internet is fast. But your computer, if it doesn't have the right processor, the latest processor, if it doesn't have the right kind of solid state drive like this has, if it's not Intel, if it's not the right amount of RAM, all those kind of things can really slow your computer down. Okay, I know I went on a tirade there.
No, I learned a lot and I appreciate it. In fact, some of the things you said were really important to me because first of all, just in the speed, I noticed this. I had accidentally closed out, right, of the HSN here before, and maybe I'll just show it to you again. Let's see if I can. This is kind of taking a risk here, but you know, let's throw caution to the wind. So I had accidentally closed out earlier when I was trying to show everyone something. I again am the person who calls someone into a room every time I need to even turn a TV on, okay? So I found the internet icon. I said, okay, I'll open that internet icon. I said, oh no, that's not the HSN site. Where is it? Okay, so there's one. I'll just click on it. And then I was like, okay, well, that's the HSN site. Here we are. And here I'm back. That was so fast. Our internet within this soundstage, we are in a soundstage, is not great. This was so fast. There was no lag time. It's that 800% faster that he's talking about. You're going to notice it right away. It will be a breath of fresh air. And the other thing that you mentioned, Aaron, that I loved was talking about the safety. Windows and S mode, this is something that I'm learning about. It's exactly what someone like I need. Now, maybe you're the person who other people are calling into the room to help with the tech. Maybe S mode isn't exactly what you need because you know how to install and then uninstall and change things and check things for viruses, and you're kind of that person. You're the computer engineer in your family. Everyone else needs S mode because what it does is it prevents you from downloading any spyware or any nasty viruses, and it's constantly guarding your computer against anything that's scary. I'm still kind of scared of AI personally. S mode is the way to protect your computer better than anything else. It comes equipped on this laptop. Again, no extra charge for that Windows 11 S mode. The safety, the speed, the ease of use, and a giant touchscreen, 17.3 inches. And isn't it fun to do these presentations in January when we have at least 6 months planned out of our different brands, and we can say, although they probably don't love us saying it, but you know, we want you to make sure you make your best purchase. And I would hate to know that this deal will not be beat for a minimum of 6 months. And we don't know past that, but we know at least for the first half of the year, this will be the lowest price. It's why certain colors are selling out. I will show you the most popular color because we haven't had a close-up on her yet. This is the Moonlight Blue. The top is so pretty. It is a blue, but almost like a gray slate blue. Very nice. You see there the HP is only upside down because they want to make sure it's right side up when you're using your laptop and visible. Now I'm going to open it for you, and this will be the interior on that beautiful Moonlight Blue. I'm sorry, it just looks so expensive. It just looks so expensive. So if you notice here, and the reason I say that isn't just that it's this beautiful chrome detail, this additionally large tracking pad means you'll have more ability to play those games, to move through each web page. Maybe it's just the point and click of the mouse is not something you want to use. You want to keep it on your lap or on the table next to you. An extra large tracking pad used to be upgraded features. This huge keyboard, and these are a cut above. You can always tell with these buttons what they're made of, how they click. This is an extra large keyboard, which I just love. And remember that square, it's on this one too. That is your password rememberer. My password rememberer, which I love and want so much. This is our best seller and will likely sell out first. If you are looking for the item number 901629, you will still have your 3 color options available. And if you want that patterned look of the rose, this is what that's going to look like alongside. Oh, thank goodness. These are nice little stands there. That could have been fun on TV. So this is what we're calling the sun-kissed plum. This is the beautiful like pink rose. If you're wondering what she wants for Valentine's Day, this is it. Do not spend any money on your sister, your girlfriend, your niece, your nephew, your wife, whoever it is, for Valentine's Day, if you can grab them this for that $80 payment, which flowers and chocolate, that's gonna be more than $80 anyway. Watch their face when they open up their brand new, beautiful laptop and find all of these things already installed on it, how fast it works, how great it is to have a new and improved access to everything we know and love and how we live our lives. And on that note, Aaron, I'd love you to just tell me, when we first take this out of the box, we just order it. I know we have a lot of you on the line, so thank you so much. We will get to you. As soon as this arrives at your doorstep and you open it up, what is on it, or do I have to go and search for things? I think you said Microsoft Word. I use that. That's already on it?
Everything's there.
For free?
Yeah, everything.
Because that costs a lot of money. I know people who are downloading it illegally. It's expensive.
It costs $80 a year. So $79.99 is the everyday price for it's called Microsoft 365. We have already paid for it for a full year for you, and we've put it on your computer for you. So that means you get Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, OneNote, and Publisher. All 7 of the Microsoft Office programs, it's already there. They're there for you, ready to go, paid for. So that you just saved yourself $80 there, almost like pays the first flex pay is what it feels like. There's all your Microsoft Office programs. Again, as I mentioned earlier, our goal in doing this is to make it the easiest way in the world for you to get a computer home. And when you get the computer home, we want it to be incredibly simple to use. So, number 1, 17-inch screen, and it's a touch screen. If you hear nothing else in this presentation, I'm excited. This is almost like a mini Today Special. We are getting this whole hour to discuss this with you. If you hear nothing else, hear that this is a 17-inch touchscreen, and it is the lowest price we will do on a 17-inch HP touchscreen for the first half of the year. We know that. Our buyers at HSN confirmed it. I know from the folks at HP, they have confirmed it. This is as good as it gets. So forewarned is forearmed, I think is the expression that I'm looking for. I just want you to know that nobody ever got their computer home and said, oh, I wish I bought a smaller laptop. I wish I had a smaller screen. I wish it was a little harder to see. No, of course not. Having the bigger screen, having the ability to pinch zoom makes everything easier. That's number 1. Number 2, faster. That's probably, after touchscreen, the number 1 things people say when they're looking to buy a new computer is, my old computer is just too darn slow. It's just too. Right. We fixed that because this is Intel inside. Intel quad-core Celeron processor, up to 800% faster video, up to 1,200% faster 3D gaming. So these are things, video is something that all of us use every day, right? You can't get away from it. You do a search online, a bunch of videos are going to pop up all the time. So this is something that impacts your daily use of your computer every single day. And I think that's really a key point.
It is. You said video. You said video? That video is a part that we use every day. And as you said it, I was looking at this. This is a camera, right, Aaron?
There's a high def, yes.
I just wanted to, and I noticed that there was little lines. Does that mean that camera blocker is on, which means people can't use my camera to spy on me as long as it is turned on that lock?
Yeah, so you guys can see that right there.
I know I sound ridiculous, but these are the things I need to understand.
No, this is exactly the right thing to ask.
Okay.
I mean, frankly, I take it for granted, right? Because I say it every day. So it's so nice that, because you, like so many people watching across America right now, have probably never seen a high definition webcam that has a built-in shutter like that. It's a security piece. So what it does, when Natasha just moved her finger and she closed the shutter, now she opened the shutter. So when you're on a Teams call or you're on a Skype call like I am right now or whatever, you always know, if you don't want to be on camera, just close that. You won't accidentally be on camera. No one can hack into your computer and see what you're doing at home. I think a lot of us over the years have put Post-it notes on our computer, right? Because there's that feeling of, who's seeing what? Who's listening? Who's seeing? You don't have to worry about that because it is a physical blockade in front of the camera. To that point, there are, like the biometric fingerprint reader and the backlit keyboard and the webcam that we were just showing you, there are so many creature comforts in this computer that at $399, you just don't get. I mean, it's unheard of. On a $987 computer, which is what this is, every day of the week, other places. If you take this computer and all the software that we're including and the mouse that we're including and the Microsoft 365 and all that, it's nearly $1,000 computer. Well, on a $1,000 computer, I expect a biometric fingerprint reader and a backlit keyboard on a less than $400 computer, get out of town. I mean, you just don't see it. So we're excited that you're seeing that. One other really, really key thing I want to take a moment to mention, and then I'm going to kind of give the crew at HSN a heads up. Oh, this is great. This is the backlit keyboard that you guys are seeing right now.
I didn't know it was backlit until you said it, Aaron.
Yeah.
And I saw this little keyboard with like a sunshine, and I thought maybe, and I did it, and now I can type at night. Yeah,
that's a really nice feature. You can type at night. You can, for classrooms, students love this in classrooms. If you're on opposite schedules from your spouse, you both crawl in bed at different times, but maybe you need to get a little work done still. Being able to turn that backlit keyboard on and off is so convenient. And again, it's what you see on $1,000 computers, not on $399 computers.
That's true.
We're talking about computers now. I'm going to give the crew at HSN a heads up. In about 2 minutes, we're going to spend a minute or two talking about a printer, because we have an out-of-this-world printer that you should not miss while you're picking this up. But as we get that ready, I want to talk to you about safety. So we've mentioned this computer is easier to use because it's a touchscreen, right? That's the number one thing. It's a bigger screen and it's a touchscreen that makes it easier to use. It's a faster to use computer because of Intel inside. Intel makes it faster. The other key piece here, this is a safer computer to use.
Yes.
It is the latest version of the Microsoft operating system, Windows 11. And by the way, important to note, if you have a Windows 10 computer right now, Microsoft is pulling support for all Windows 10 in October of this year. October 14th, Windows 10 goes away. Microsoft doesn't support it anymore. You can't get any more patches for antivirus and those sort of things. So this is important, right? And it's another reason to buy this computer today. This is not just Windows 11. This is Windows 11 in S mode. That's key. So S stands for safety. S stands for security. This is, in fact, big thing to be able to say here, this is the safest Microsoft operating system Microsoft has ever made. Yeah, that's saying something. In the past, I've sold computers at HSN for 20 years, 9 times out of 10, more than that, 9.5 times out of 10. If I was selling a computer, I also had available antivirus, anti-spyware, anti-malware, because you had to use it if you were going to have a Windows computer. Today, you don't have to use it. This has built-in protection to keep your computer safe. So you don't have to buy and pay for and keep up with and install antivirus, anti-spyware, anti-malware, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You don't have to do it. It has built-in protection because it's a Windows 11 in S mode. And to Natasha's earlier point, unless you go to work every day and literally sit next to the IT guy or the IT gal, I don't know why you wouldn't want to use Windows 11 in S mode. I mean, unless your thing is you really enjoy the process of downloading third-party patches and fixes, and you're really into the kind of nuts and bolts of it that way. And by the way, if you want to take this computer out of S mode, you can do that. Almost nobody would, though. I mean, unless you are the sort of most technical of computer people, it just isn't something you'd want to do. So computers Windows 11 in S mode, so it's safer. It is Intel Celeron quad-core processor, so it's faster. And Natasha, most importantly, I said there's 3 words you got to remember: 17-inch touchscreen. Most importantly, it's a 17-inch touchscreen, and that just makes it so much simpler to use.
A high-def touchscreen.
Yeah.
And there's like little things about those people, like you said, when you just said a third-party patch, I'm like, I've heard that phrase before. My sister said that phrase before. She is the person who always oversees any of our tech purchases. And one of the things that she made us always promise is no matter what, it has to be a solid-state drive. Like, that's a big deal to her. And when I saw that this had a 128 gigabyte solid-state drive, I was like, oh, whoopee, like this passed her test. And that, by the way, is how much storage you're going to have on this and how secure and accessible that storage is. I think we're going to take a little break before we talk about that printer that Aaron mentioned. But before we do, if you hadn't seen our today's special yet, the Bissell is on fire. She is beautiful. You have silver, teal, or purple to choose from. This is the Pro Heat Revolution Pro Carpet Cleaner. Yes, with extra tools like the clean out tool, the 3-in-1 stair tool, the spraying crevice tool. But what you are looking at right here is never paying a carpet cleaner again. I don't know, maybe you're like me and you've tried different vacuums, wet vacuums that say that they're there for messes, and maybe it smells good for a couple hours and the next day you smell that animal mess again. This is the Mamma Jamma, the #1 go-to. If you purchase these separately, it would be $344.81. Today, it's under $190. And again, you have those 5 flexes and free shipping. So for $38, I would do a 5 flex. I'd get it for $38. Try it for a month. And if you don't love it, because you'll know after the first time. And if you don't love it, of course, you can always return it. And on any of these items, of course, you can protect your purchase with additional warranty. We are going to take a little bit of a break. And when we come back, it's the printer and more of this awesome laptop.
Protection Plus, powered by Allstate Protection Plans, is there to make you good again, quick and easy. HSN Protection Plus offers a standard plan to cover your purchases from breakdowns during normal use, as well as mechanical or electrical failures. You can also add the Accident Plan Plus to cover accidental damage for portable electronics like tablets or headphones. Plans are available for a wide variety of products, including electronics, small appliances, fitness equipment, furniture, mattresses, jewelry, and lawn and garden items. All plans cover parts and labor with no deductibles or hidden fees. Allstate's award-winning service team will get you back up and running fast by repairing, replacing, or reimbursing you for your damaged item up to the purchase price. Adding HSN Protection Plus powered by Allstate Protection Plans to your purchases is easy. You can do it online at checkout or ask your customer care rep while making a purchase over the phone. Get crafty and kick off the new year with creativity. Whether you're a beginner or an expert, we've got everything you need to embrace your inner artist in all new crafty ways. It's going to be a jam-packed day with inspiring tips, tricks, and demos. Don't miss new arrivals from all your favorite brands to ignite your imagination and create new crafting memories. Plus, festive finds perfect for your upcoming spring projects, including St. Patrick's Day. Join us and get crafty Tuesday at midnight on HSN.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Natasha Lloyd. I just saw that little promo for my show tomorrow, Home Sweet Home, on at 10 a.m. It's so much fun, and let's face it, I'm spending so much more time in my home. I love my home. It's where all of my creature comforts are, and everyone, whether it's my daughter, my parents, my sister, all of us are now living with our technology. It's how we communicate with people. It's how we're doing our work. It's how we're doing our schoolwork. It's how we're taking in our information. It's how we're enjoying our entertainment. And a larger screen is what we want. An HD screen is what we want, but a touch screen sometimes is actually what we need, because it allows us to read these words better, to zoom in. Gosh, I wish that my TV could zoom in every time I wanted to so I could read and see things better. And look how large this is. 17.3 inches is the largest you will find of those HP screens. And yes, I said HP, the best-selling electronics brand, or brand period, here at HSN. And we know, because they set their plans for months and months in advance, this will be the best price you will find on an HP laptop, on this laptop, for at least 6 months, as long as they have planned out. So they kind of went straight to Black Friday right in the beginning of January. And that price is very special. It's a $987 value. A lot of stuff you want, not a lot of stuff that you don't want, and you'll see why it's $987. Of course, you're looking at that quad-core processor, that solid-state drive, the HDMI port, the remarkable screen, so fast, so pretty, so techy, but easy to use. But we didn't just take, you know, half of it off. We took half plus another $188. This is now a flex payment of 4 $20 bills. Everyone's eligible for that. As long as you have a major credit card, you just click 5 when you're checking out. It's not a long process, and you will pay that $80 flex payment. We ship it to you right away. You're not waiting till the end of that 5th month to get your new laptop. And if you do have your HSN credit card, today's your lucky day. This is eligible for VIP financing, where, again, you're not paying more than anyone else. You're just getting an extra 7 months beyond those 5 months. And now your payment comes to $33 and change. $33.33, I think, to be exact. So if you can think of a better way to invest $33.33, please tell me, because I would love to know your financial strategies. This is the best investment I can imagine for that amount, which is as much as it costs to take my family to the coffee shop in the morning. And I personally do not have any screens that have this quality in my home. This used to be the kind of laptop, and even now with other brands, or if you go into the fruit store in the mall, something with this size screen, if it's a touch screen, if it's HD, if it's fast, it's in the thousands, 2000s. And we've taken a time machine back to the early 90s, giving you a price under $400, which again, let's remember flex payments, it's $80 for everyone to get home, but under $400, that's why so many of you are grabbing these right now, because I know that you're probably price comparing and checking to see if there's any deals that beat it. You've found, like I did, that they just don't. This is the best that I could find. And now you're just ready to choose your color. So if you love that sun-kissed plum, it will include the matching mouse that I will show you here. This is there it is right there, beautiful. That's the sun-kissed plum, very, very pretty. Also has that backlit keyboard, also has that touch where if you forget your passwords like me, you just touch that square and now it knows your fingerprint. Ugh, I love the future. The other two colors that you have to choose from, this is our best seller, the Moonlight Blue. I love a good pattern. People pay a hefty premium just to have their computers. They call it, I think, wraps, like WRAPS, to make those patterns on their computers and keyboards. But if you want the Old Faithful, sleek and totally elegant design, then the Moonlight Blue is for you. And this is our most popular color selling today. It will be our first to sell out today. So if you do love that colorway, then I would put in your order sooner than later. And our last color, it's so pretty, this teal one, is what we are calling the aquamarine sky. Now brace yourself, because I honestly thought this looked even better in person. This is gonna be the front. I'm sorry, how expensive and neat is this? If you know a plant lover even, what a great gift, because it really reminds me of palm leaves. And I'm gonna open this up for you and wait till you see the beauty. Here we go. This is what we are calling aquamarines. Oh, now it is the most popular. Good job. Oh, I commend all of you who are grabbing this one, because I just can't imagine. I feel like if I didn't, I'd wake up dreaming about it and kick myself, especially at this price. $587 off for what you're seeing. This is the aquamarine sky, and of course the matching mouse that you're about to see will be included. Of course, you can use the mouse to your heart's content, or you can use that extra large, is it called a trackpad, Aaron? I heard.
Yeah, people call it a trackpad or a touchpad.
Touchpad is what I've heard. Okay, but I heard someone say trackpad. So that's just where you put your finger. Yeah, okay.
But when you have a touch screen, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
So a trackpad or touchpad comes in to play a lot when you don't have a touch screen. But you've got a touch screen here. So if you want to move your pointer, or you want to move your finger, or you want to move the screen, or you want to enhance, or what, you get the idea, right? You can do all of that with the touch screen. So that is, I guess, the biggest key, if you will. Let's do this. I think we want to show you guys a printer here for just a minute. So many of you are picking up the computer. Congratulations. I've got a lot more to show you on the computer, a lot more to talk about. I want to get into that biometric fingerprint reader some more. I want to put up some stills that kind of take you all around the computer. But I got to talk about this printer for a minute. Okay.
This price is wild.
Okay.
You and I couldn't believe it.
Okay, here's the thing. So it's $50. It's $49.99, right? Yep. But which is wild in and of itself, because it's a printer, it's a copier, it's a scanner. It has an auto document feeder on the top, so you can put up to 25 pages in at a time, and it will scan all of them. For tax time, like, you cannot miss it. But you also get a $25 instant ink card. So that means your printer just costs basically $25 instead of $50, right? Because you get a full $25 instant ink card, and you get 6 months of HP Instant Ink included as well. So between the $25 instant ink card and the 6 months of HP Instant Ink, you get about a year's worth of ink with this printer, copier, scanner. Again, it's a flatbed scanner. It has an auto document feeder. And just so you know, because it has instant ink means ink comes to you. You don't have to go to the store and buy ink. The printer kind of monitors it, and when you need ink, it just comes to you. but you only spend a couple bucks a month. It's your printer order ink, so you always have it. They're monthly plans based on pages printed, not cartridges used. So you can do full color all the time. No annual fee. You can change or cancel it. Ink shipping, cartridge recycling, all included. But look at these numbers. This is how inexpensive it is. It's $1.50 for 10 pages a month. Many people do that. Most people do the $4.99 or the $6.99 plan. So that's $5 to $7 for 50 to 100 pages per month. That's a lot of printing. And remember, we're sending you a $25 Instant Ink card, and we're giving you 6 months free when you buy the printer. So you'll get your first 6 months, and then say you did the 50-page plan, you can get another 5 months there. That'd be 11 months of ink. What it comes down to is this. And then I know we have to get back to the computer, but I mean, when you have a $49 printer, it's hard to ever stop talking about it until they're sold out, because it's just such a good deal. If you're going to buy ink for any printer in your home in the next year, don't do it. You'll spend more on one ink cartridge than you will today on this printer that comes with about a year's worth of ink, Natasha.
It comes with about a year's worth of ink. And if you think about it, that 6 month of included ink, that's around $25. Plus the $25 additional card, that's not the same thing. They don't cancel each other out. You can activate it 6 months down the line. So is it a free printer? I mean, this is $25 worth of ink plus the $25 additional ink. That's kind of, I mean, it's very impressive to me. And I love that it scans 25 sheets at a time. Not very normal for this price. So thank you so much for bringing that up, Aaron. And just to be sure, you can print something like from my phone. I can attach it to
100%.
the thing and send it there without having to actually go to the printer, right? I don't need all the cords.
From your phone, from your computer, from your tablet.
Awesome.
Doesn't matter if it's Apple, if it's Android, if it's Windows, from all of those.
Sounds a little bit too techy to be $50. We must have
easy to use.
Must have gotten a very good deal and got quite a bit of those. I would take advantage of that. So we're just a little bit over 10 minutes left in this hour, and you may get one more chance to see this maybe around 11 p.m. tonight if we still have any left. And I just want all of you to be able to make your purchases and make sure you get the color that you want, especially now that that pretty teal, the aquamarine sky with the pattern is our best seller. And then of course we have the Sun-Kissed Plum and the Moonlight Blue. Remember, if you have your HSN card, it's a $33 risk. $33.33 to be exact. And if you're using any other major credit card, you don't have to go through a whole approval process. You don't have to read a bunch or get email. I'm so afraid of multiple emails and reading a bunch of stuff. I can't do it. I will avoid it. This was so easy. You just scroll down, you click 5 months, and it's like done and done. Now you're not paying anything extra. You're just splitting it into 5 months. $80 is something that I can swing for this month and watch how my life changes with a faster computer, easier to use, 17-inch touchscreen that has the security that I personally need with not needing to remember all of my passwords. I just use my fingerprint, not needing to call someone in every time I'm worried I might have a virus because that Windows 11 S mode is installed. Being that watch guard, being that careful, you know, the security that I would normally have to ask someone else to help me with. And let's just be real. The size of this HD touchscreen is something else. Getting this for just shy of $400 at $399.99. A lot of you are savvy shoppers. You like to compare shop. You've had your chance to do it, and that's why we're getting very busy. Aaron, is there anything that someone's laptop that they currently have at home that they're using, whether it's slow or not, that one can do that this one doesn't do? Is there anything that I should know?
No, I mean, in a word, no. That's an easy question to answer. This is a more advanced laptop because it is one of the latest processors, because it is a solid state drive. You mentioned earlier your sister's a tech person and you promised her years ago you would never buy a computer that didn't have a solid state drive. Solid state drive means the computer is lighter, quieter, and faster. There are no moving parts inside your computer, so there's less to break. It has a longer battery life, 11-hour and 45-minute battery life. There's one little thing I want to mention to you guys, and then I'm going to just do a whole review in my last 5 or 6 minutes on the computer. There's something called the laptop sling that has been the biggest hit in the past couple of months, and it's so much fun for us to show it to you. We have a little, we're going to show you in our graphics, and then we have a video that we're going to show you. The laptop sling is this little device that goes on the back of your, so yeah, you see it right there. It goes on the back of your computer, and it has a retractable cord. So most of the time it just doesn't do it, just kind of sits there and props your computer up, makes it a little easier to type, that sort of thing. But when you want to use it, and if we have the video, we'll show, you'll see this in the video, you can actually take a cord out of that laptop sling. It goes over your shoulder, and then you've got 2 free hands. So the laptop sling is awesome. Certainly something I would, oh, there we go. Did you see that?
What?
No one would have expected that,
Oh,
right?
no, this is giving me anxiety. Okay, hold on a second.
Wonderful.
You can use this to carry your laptop without needing a whole bag, and it holds the weight?
Away. It disappears. Yeah, you can lose the weight, lose the bulk.
Oh, I wish they had this for
laptop
kids.
sling. It's so, well, I will tell you this, it's designed for computers. It certainly could be used on most tablets as well. And for any brand, whether it's a Mac, whether it's a PC, whether it's a Chromebook, whether it's 14-inch, 15-inch, 17-inch, I love that product. Wanted to just spend a minute making sure everyone knew a little bit about it.
Wow, okay, that was really fun to watch. That's fantastic. Especially if you're not, just taking it room to room, taking it into the office. That's a no-brainer there. That's interesting to use. All right, we have just a couple minutes left here, Aaron. I was able to log in. Again, I don't want to overstate my rudimentary understanding of things, but I had to ask someone to show me that the caps lock was on. So that's where I'm at in my journey. And to be able to log in, immediately find the program I want, then, what is it, a program, an app? I don't know. And then I'm going to use my fingers to make this bigger. I can do this. I can do this. You can do this. You can learn how to use a laptop because it's probably easier than what you're already using at home. The fast processor was immediately evident to me. There wasn't a long lag waiting for this thing to open up or waiting for this page to open up. There weren't a bunch of different things I had to wait on, which I just, we hate that. And that also means the processing of maybe you're binge watching your favorite shows, maybe you're in bed doing that. I want to do that with something that has a really fast processor, right? I want that streaming to be nice and clear. Aaron might have mentioned this, but I think this begs repeating as many times as we can. 11.5-hour battery life.
It's
if
huge.
we just dropped the mic and walked away now, I swear to God. 11.5, I can't drive my car for 11.5 hours without needing to get, this is the longest battery life I've seen on a laptop, and you're doing that with a almost 17.5-inch screen, 17.3 inches, and HD and touchscreen and all of that fast processing, but somehow the battery lasts 5 times more than my laptop. What's going on?
Yeah. It's a smarter processor and it's a solid state drive. And those two things working together do give this a much longer battery life. Let's do this. There's 2 more things I want to make sure we get to sort of talk about in depth. One is the biometric fingerprint reader. We have a video we're going to show you right now. Your computer has a biometric fingerprint reader. And what that means is, ready? Drum roll, please. Ding. You don't ever have to remember another password. You don't have to remember. You don't have to recover a password. You don't have to worry about forgetting a password. You don't need Post-it notes. You don't need a list or a notebook or a diary, because your fingerprint becomes your password. So we all have unique fingerprints, right? Your computer is able to ascertain who you are from your fingerprint. And by the way, when you first get the computer home, you turn it on, it will ask you, do you want to set up your fingerprint ID? And you just say yes. And it's just like when you go to the DMV, you just, touch it, I don't know, half a dozen times or whatever, and there's your fingerprint. Extrapolating this a little bit more, when you are on your Edge web browser, it will remember passwords for you for individual websites. So you've already logged in with your finger, right? In your Edge web browser.
So you don't have to do it each time. As long as it's in your room, it knows all of your, but you can do multiple people, right? Like
100%, you can. In fact, when you first set the computer up, it says, would you like to add another fingerprint? Would you like to add another, and then would you like to add another profile as well? So you can do all different profiles. So yeah, that really does make it nice. And I should say, you also can have a password if you want to have a password or passcode in addition to the fingerprint, so that you have multi-level authentication there. But the key is, it's simpler to use because you're not always keying in something to get into your computer. And it is the kind of thing, very much like backlit keys. Once you have it, you'll be like, how did I ever use a computer where I didn't have a fingerprint reader? Like it'll feel like the Stone Ages to you. And also that's true with touchscreen. I will say, be warned, once you have a touchscreen computer, you're going to think that everything else was just created by Luddites, that like you can't believe that there used to be a computer you had and I couldn't touch the screen. It was crazy. That's how far of a jump it is, and how much easier this whole touchscreen business makes things.
And this is what usually comes with a $2,000 price tag. Of course,
That's
HP
right.
is our best-selling brand here at HSN, so our $987 price tag, it's still not that extravagant when it comes to a 17.3-inch HD touchscreen laptop with the fingerprint login, with that wonderful larger keypad, touchstroke pad, with all of these little accoutrements that come totally included, like your matching mouse. That $987, if we were presenting here for $987, I don't think that I would have had my jaw on the ground saying, oh goodness, this is too much. I think that would have made sense to me. If we had been able to break this down in half, I would have said, wow, now that's a fantastic deal. But we didn't just put this price in half. We took an additional $187 off of that half. So when we take $587 off of something and we're telling you we know this price won't be better for at least 6 months, that's as long as we have set in the year. 2 of the colors sold out, but 2 of the favorites are still here because we just were lucky to have enough of them. This is the time to do it when there's no shipping and handling, when we have our 5 flexible payments. It's $80 for everyone to get her home and $33 for everyone else who has that HSN credit card. If you do decide again to sign up today, we can take $25 off the price of the laptop and still give you those wonderful 12 months of that VIP financing. No one will pay more than anyone else. You just have the 5 or the 12 months to pay for that, which, by the way, you cannot walk into one of those computer stores and say, okay, excuse me, I would like a 17-inch touchscreen laptop that's really, really cute, that someone's just gonna giggle at when they see how beautiful it is. And I would like to take it home for $80 and that's it. I'm gonna use it for a whole month before I come back and pay you another $1. And I don't wanna pay any extra to do it that way. They'd laugh you out of the store. And on top of that, you will have your 1-year manufacturer warranty and additional programs included with this that we didn't really have time to go over. But part of those programs include, if you do have a tech question, right? We can call if we have a bigger brains. There's learning programs and ways we can ask people questions if you are saying Aaron is not always available to call. So I love that we have that.
Yeah, we include a lot of great software that, you're right, we didn't get into it, but you'll see when you get, there's a voucher that will come with your computer with tons of things. I think Bigger Brains is one of the programs. Bigger Brains has a module where you can learn Windows 11 actually using it.
Cool.
So that's nice. It is. I'm glad it's something that I'm very proud that we do, because again, we want you to love your computer when you get it home. We've preloaded Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Alec Access, OneNote Publisher. We've preloaded those for you. They're on the computer already. We've preloaded Windows 11 in S mode, so it's the safest Microsoft operating system available. I know we just have about 90 seconds left. There are 2 stills. We might pop up quickly. I haven't mentioned ports and some of those kind of things. So just as a kind of final out the door thing here, HP TrueVision webcam. I'm going to go top clockwise from the top center. This is Windows 11 in S mode. You have a full-size backlit keyboard. It weighs less than 5 pounds, 4.9 pounds, so very much on the go with you. All your USB ports, USB A and C, the little ones and the big ones. There's an HDMI port, so you can send high-definition video and audio with just one cable. 17.3-inch high-definition plus beautiful touchscreen. And then I think we have one more still here, and the key with this next still, it's 128 gigabyte solid-state drive. It's all Intel inside, quad-core processing, 4 gigs of RAM, and even a fingerprint reader with, as Natasha so astutely pointed out, an 11.5-hour battery life. That is a lot of battery life on a computer that has a screen this big. That's typically where a lot of the power goes on your computer, is to lighting the screen. Well, on a bigger screen, it requires more power. Still, we're able to do an 11.5-hour battery life on this computer. I think that's something you'll appreciate every time you use it.
Half the cortisol in my body is from my laptop constantly dying. It's just in a constant state of red. You know, what is that?
Panic.
I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. It's like traffic and my laptop is always dying. I can't. I want to show you one more look here because you may not get another chance to look at her. We're hoping that we'll still have some of these by 11 p.m. tonight. This is the color we're calling aquamarine sky. Slightly different than the sun-kissed plum in that design, in that it's a little less swirly and just a little bit more almost leaf-like. And this is not an extra surcharge. I don't know how this is the same price, but this is what it looks like, those wraps, the WRAPS, that all of those really cool tech people say, give me the coolest design on my laptop. I'm willing to spend a couple $100 extra. Not with us. So that's the color that is the most popular today. And what a wonderful club to be a part of. Aaron, thank you so much for joining us today. It's great to see you in your Silicon Valley tech vest. You look great as always.
Staying warm. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to spend the afternoon with you. Congratulations to so many of you guys picking up a new laptop. You will never regret buying the bigger screen.
Oh, absolutely. The pleasure was all mine, Aaron. We are going to take a brief break, and when we come back, you're going to have a chance with Nina Leonard to get this jacket for under $20.
Putting more moisture in the air is easy with the Live Pure Usonic Humidifier.
Ultrasonic technology actually creates that cool to the touch mist. It's vibrations, not heat, that make the vapor.
It holds 10 cups and has the best feature, a top-fill reservoir. No more tanks that spill. Just pop the top and pour in the water.
And it's just one soft touch for low and one for high. And then you get about 17 hours on the low setting and about 11 hours on the high.
The 360 nozzle swivels in any direction to point the mist where you need it.
You also have an essential oil tray that adds your favorite scent into the air.
Its sleek design fits into any decor, and you can choose from white, black, or denim blue.
I'm thinking this is really great for a nursery or a kid's room or the living room.
Use it anywhere, anytime. It's your year-round solution for dry